AI finds 5,000-year-old cities beneath the sand. Intro/hook. For thousands of years, whenever anyone looked at the deserts of Arabia, they saw exactly one thing: sand, a lot of sand. It's literally called the empty quarter for a reason. The assumption was that this entire place was a total dead zone, completely skipped by every great ancient civilization. Well, it turns out that assumption was completely wrong. What if I told you that we are using AI to digitally peel back the desert and find the ghosts of a 5,000-year-old lost world? This isn't just some boring update to a history book. We are about to add a completely new volume. What you are about to see will change everything you thought you knew about the dawn of civilization. We can now see what was totally invisible. And it makes you wonder, what else are we standing on top of right now? Section 1. The enduring mystery of the empty quarter. The Rub el Khali is the biggest sand desert on the entire planet, just a massive ocean of dunes bigger than France. For archaeologists, it's always been a giant, frustrating blind spot. I mean, how do you even begin to explore something this huge and deadly? Shifting dunes can bury entire cities under dozens of feet of sand, hiding them forever. So everyone just figured no society could have possibly survived out here. People whispered about legends of lost cities like an Atlantis of the sands, but nobody really believed it. The story we all learned was that civilization happened in the easy places, like the river valleys in Mesopotamia and Egypt, while this massive part of the world was just empty. But there were clues that this story was wrong. The biggest one dropped in 2002. The ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, was flying over the desert in his helicopter when he saw a weird black patch in the sand. It turned out to be a gigantic field of slag, the garbage left over from making metal. It was an ancient, massive factory for copper and iron. This place, Saruk al-Hadid, proved people weren't just living in the desert. They were running insane industries over 5,000 years. Still, it felt like one single dot on a giant empty map. Who were these people? Were they all alone, or were we just seeing one tiny piece of something massive? Searching the whole desert on foot was impossible. The desert was winning. Until now. Section 2. The technology that sees the invisible. The crazy breakthrough didn't come from a shovel. It came from an algorithm. Researchers unleashed a wild combination of technologies to do the impossible, to see straight through the sand. The hero of the story is a tech called synthetic aperture radar, or SAR. Think of it like giving a satellite X-ray vision. A normal camera just takes a picture of the top layer of sand. SAR shoots radio waves from space that go right through it. When those waves hit something solid underground, like an ancient wall or foundation, they bounce back. And that's where the AI comes in. This is insane. They showed a machine learning model what the radar signal from the known Saruk al-Hadid ruins looked like. They basically taught the AI, this is what a 5,000-year-old city looks like from space. The AI then learned to find those same patterns, the straight lines of buried walls, circles from ancient tombs, even faint trails from old roads that are completely invisible to a human. Once it was trained, they let the AI scan thousands of square miles of the desert. In just a few hours, it did what would have taken people hundreds of years. It hunted through all that data, flagging every spot that could be a new ruin. It even started building 3D models of the buried buildings, giving archaeologists a VR preview of the lost world. This combo of SAR and AI is one of the biggest leaps in history for finding lost stuff. It's fast, it's cheap, and we can now explore the most impossible places on Earth. We have a new superpower, and we're using it to look through time. Section 3. A forgotten network revealed. So, what did our new X-ray eyes actually find? The results will blow your mind. The AI didn't just find a few more random spots. It uncovered the outlines of what looks like entire networks of ancient settlements, all connected by lost caravan routes. This place wasn't the empty quarter at all. It was a buzzing center of humanity 5,000 years ago. The AI maps show what could be ancient highways, paths that traders and their caravans used to create a massive trade network, connecting Arabia with Mesopotamia in the north and the Indus Valley in the east. These weren't just little villages. They could have been major hubs in a giant, ancient economy, trading things like incense and copper. And this makes the Saruk al-Haddad discovery make so much more sense. It wasn't just a random factory in the desert. It was probably a critical mega-hub in this huge network. All the thousands of artifacts found there, insane gold jewelry, weapons, and pottery from other civilizations, it all fits now. They're the receipts from a rich, connected world. The AI has flagged countless more structures in the area, which means the site is probably way bigger than anyone ever dreamed. But how could anyone live here in one of the deadliest places on Earth? Simple. The climate was completely different. Around 5,000 years ago, during a time called the Holocene climatic optimum, the Arabian Peninsula was green and wet, almost like a savanna. It could easily support cities and animals. This discovery doesn't just add a few new places to the map. It completely flips our understanding of history. It proves that incredible innovation and huge societies weren't just in a few famous places. They were happening right here, built by a forgotten people who conquered their environment and built a world we are just now finding again. Call to action. And we are just getting started. Archaeologists are only beginning to check out the sites the AI found, and only a tiny piece of Saruk al-Haddad itself has been dug up. We are literally at the start of a brand new age of discovery, where tech is rewriting our past faster than ever before. If you want to see what other insane discoveries we make, you have to subscribe and hit the bell. You are not going to want to miss what we find next. Conclusion. Finding these lost cities is way more than just a cool headline. It completely changes our perspective. It proves that human history isn't just a few bright spots of civilization in a world of darkness. It was a complex, connected web of amazing cultures, all trading and building together. And the true impact of this goes way beyond this one desert. The exact same AI and SAR tech is now being used to explore other massive unknown places, from the Amazon jungle to the Arctic tundra. What other lost worlds are just waiting for us to look? This tech lets us find them super efficiently and, most importantly, without destroying the sites themselves. Of course, the AI is a tool. You still need the experts. Nothing will ever replace a real archaeologist on the ground, carefully uncovering these places. But this tech tells them exactly where to dig. We are living in a time when the age of discovery isn't over. In fact, it might have just begun. We've spent our entire history looking at the surface of the Earth, but now we can finally see what's underneath. The sand, the jungle, the ice, they aren't walls anymore. They're just layers we can now peel back to find the next lost chapter in the incredible story of us. The biggest question is not what we just found, but what we're going to find next.